Lang Daggett is here, who is a YVR chaplain emeritus, and you are all about helping people like me who have a fear of flying. More so now than ever before, it seems people are fearful.
Well, it's in front of everybody's face, obviously, Jody, in the last few days. But people have lived with it for years, and many overcome it.
And some of us do, and we do get on the plane when we have to and we travel, but I tell you, from the second I book that flight to the second I'm back on terra firma back home, I'm nervous about it. Now, people always say you're safer in a plane than you are driving in traffic. Mm-hmm. What do you say to someone like me? What's my first level of why I need to calm down, or how I can calm myself?
Well, really would like to talk to you in depth about how all of that happened. Quite often it's in the mid-20s for some reason, whether people just becoming exposed more and more to the reality of life and death and those kinds of situations. And then some bad experiences perhaps along the way, or even a transference of another problem to flying. That happens.
And when people generally are on board a plane, even if you're the best of flyers, turbulence can be very unnerving. What is turbulence? How dangerous is it? It's
not dangerous at all. Actually, no major airline has ever been brought down by turbulence.
Really?
Really. And that is a shocker for people. The plane is able to withstand much more turbulence than our human bodies can. The person who taught me to fly, his job was to fly into hurricanes for 8 hours, go around inside the eye of a hurricane, and then fly back out again.
There must be a little bit of turbulence involved in that trip.
A lot of turbulence. He was strapped in, obviously, more than what you would be with just your normal seatbelt, but the plane is basically the same plane that we use in modern commercial airlines.
So, Lane, take us through a little bit of what your business is about when it comes to helping people. What do? You go in depth with the story, and then?
And then try to desensitize the person in terms of what it might have been that triggered the fear, if there was one particular incident, or if there was a series of events in their life. And then we do desensitization. We go on a plane while it's still safely parked, walk through the plane, go up in the flight deck, sit down. The person will sit in the captain's seat quite often, and the captain will lean over and show all the instruments and what they're for, show the weather maps and the alternate airports that he can take if he needs to, but very seldom has to. But all of that is pre-programmed. You get the whole concept that the person that you're trusting your life to is a professional. They love doing what they do, and they do it very, very well.
And they do it confidently, and there are so many planes in the air in any given moment. Look, I'm just nervous talking about it.
Sure.
But how many flights do we have in the air at any time, and yet so rarely, up until the last month or so, have the issues?
About 500,000 flights every week. So you're talking about planes flying constantly, all the time, all over the world, and flying safely.
And so if we're sitting on a plane and we're having that moment of panic, is there one thing that can be calming to us, or is there a jumping off point for, I'm grasping for that moment where I think, oh no, oh no.
My wife says a little mantra that goes something like 29 times safer than driving, 29 times safer than driving.
So your wife has a little bit of a fear of flying?
Sure, opposites attract.
Yeah.
And, basically are safer up in a plane than practically anywhere else on Earth. Statistically, if you were going to die in an aircraft, you would have to fly every day for 12 hours for 200,000 years.
Wow! Every day for 12 hours for 200,000 years, statistically. Flyingwithoutfear.ca, that just helped me. Did it help you? Because that just helped me. Thank you, Lane.
My pleasure, Jody.
I appreciate that.
See you at YVR.
I'm coming out. We're going to do this, and it's affordable, and it makes sense, and it helps you if you feel shackled to the planet because of your fear of flying. Let's conquer it together. I'm going to do that, and we're going to teach Riaz to swim. Right now, we're going to go head out to Dawn and learn more about the fireworks behind the scenes celebration of light. Dawn.